Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. As you probably know by now, we're in the middle of a complete studio move. That's it right there. Complete studio move from our former location to this brand new one. If you didn't get a chance to watch the Vortex episodes last week, where we highlighted some of the cool stuff inside there about the new studio, please do. And for those of you who have written in asking about the fewer numbers of episodes from last week, our apologies, but the move has made deadlines a little, well, as the modernist gang in the church would say, a little open to interpretation. Over the next few days, we plan on keeping you updated as things move along and get finalized inside, including the 4-stage studio and our splendid room of prayer where the apostolate gathers for prayer in the morning and the evenings. You might also recall that we said we were about $20,000 over budget, thanks to many generous donations, which we're very grateful for. Thank you. We are drawing near to closing that gap, but we're still short. So if you can, please click on the donate button right down there on this page and help us out with that. It's both much needed and much appreciated. Now, you might remember we also said last week, we mentioned that we had other news to share with you besides just the new building. Well, here it is, drum roll please. We're going to be going by a new name and gradually rolling out our new website as well. So there it is, the hat trick. New studio, new name, new website. Our new name is going to be in accord with and following the recent comments from the Holy Father about the identity of Catholicism being the ChurchMilitant. We are happy, proud, and excited to announce the new name will be ChurchMilitant.tv. In this current climate in which the church finds herself, and we're not talking about the HHS mandate from Obama and his political thugs, that will pass soon enough, but rather the environment that exists both outside and inside some quarters, many quarters within the church. There's an environment, an odor of indifference and lukewarmness that is snuffing out the light of faith in so many Catholics. They've succumbed to the cultural religious malaise that sucks the life out of their souls. Allow us to quote from the Holy Father from a couple of weeks ago. Quote, "Today the word ecclesia militans, church militant, is somewhat out of fashion, but in reality we can understand ever better that it is true, that it bears truth in itself." St. Augustine said that the whole of history is a struggle between two loves: love of one's self to contempt of God, love of God to contempt of self in martyrdom. We are in this struggle, end quote. God bless Pope Benedict. It is the sacred duty of all baptized Catholics to know the faith, because you cannot love what you do not know. And then, both knowing and loving the faith, engage in the battle. And it is a battle, spiritual combat, immortal warfare. This understanding, this self-consciousness that all of this has all but evaporated, much to the detriment of the faith. When an army, and my fellow brothers and sisters in the faith, we are an army, as Pope Leo XIII states clearly when he says, Catholics are born for combat. When an army loses its fighting spirit, when it takes its eye off the objective, it will lose the war. Right now, there is no one who can honestly say, speaking temporally and looking at the state of the world affairs, that the church is winning the spiritual war. This isn't a sad, depressing spin on current affairs. It's a call to arms for Catholics to wake up and fight. Fight for the true, the good, and the beautiful. We here at ChurchMilitant.tv intend for this studio to be just that, a bastion, a fort, a fortress on the battlefield from which great volleys are hurled against the ancient enemy. This is why we have placed our work under the protection of our Blessed Mother and St. Michael. We're going to be spending some time the rest of this week exploring the beautiful theology and piety and devotion behind the term the Church Militant. It's a phrase with a deep, rich history in the church that's more than just some kind of slogan. It serves as a kind of summary in a phrase of what the church on earth is all about. This is why Pope Benedict is promoting its resurgence, and we are happy to comply. So stay tuned all this week. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.